Hello everyone, and a bit of a weird video, a Minecraft video. I feel like do this because one, I was curious about it. Two, I have started a Minecraft series. It's Mortal Kombat connected. This one's just Minecraft in general. After that Conquest series, the Minecraft one, parts of that will just come whenever I do it. It's just something that I do for fun. I'll also if I might do off camera and whatnot. So yeah, that's the deal with that. As for this will be a one-part thing, I think. And I'll get into why at the end. But I don't think I'll be playing this again. However, this was a very interesting experience. So what I did yesterday was I played 2B2T Pocket Edition version, which is just the Bedrock version. So that's for console and the mobile version. No version's not even called Pocket Edition anymore, but this was made in December 2018. And it's an Anarchy server. It is just 2B2T, but for Bedrock. And on a different update, and there's a few changes. Like, redstone doesn't work in this one for the sake of preventing lag machines and stuff. There's various differences. And it's not an official one. It's just using the name because it's the most well-known Anarchy server. And I believe this is the most popular Anarchy server for Bedrock. So I tried it out, and I got a lot of clips, and I'll just talk about the experience. I played many hours, and the goal was simply to get wood. That was my goal. And let's see if I can do it. So I'm in the queue. The queue doesn't last long. I get in, and I spawn just in the middle of an ocean. I'm looking around, lava everywhere. There's a bunch of ender chests. Just looking around, seeing what's going on. And this is just a crazy spawn. So I realized this obsidian thing is like a bridge, so like a highway, I suppose. And I'm crossing it and keep going. It's very dark, but I see a bunch of nether portals, and this will be a very common theme. So what as I fail to get into this portal, but I really want to see what's through here, because if you didn't know, the nether actually I forgot that happened. The nether, well, you can actually travel faster going through the nether. And in regular 2B2T, there is a nether highway. And look at all the portals here. This is insane. I see a game tag there, and this is my first player encounter. I go to say hello, and they just start beating me. I try punching back, and I'm knocked down, and that is my first death. New death screen. I don't know when we're going to do that. And yeah, I end up spawning underwater this time. It seems like there's a big respawn radius, but that doesn't make things easier. There's not really any spawn hunters in this, but it's just an absolute mess. It is a wasteland. I find another bridge, and it's time to cross it. I even find bedrock here, just random bits of bedrock. So there's been hackers. That's the thing with Anarchy servers. Even hacking's allowed. This isn't just vanilla Minecraft. You can do whatever, but within the normal possibilities, you can just hack shit. I wasn't. I find another portal. We're going through again, and it's just a mess. But there's clearly something to notice. A bunch of portals, a lot of them broken or not lit, and who knows where each one goes. But yeah, it just goes on and on for a very long time. So I just want to get as far as possible. I see this like bridge of sorts off to the side, and I think, oh, this might have a important portal of sorts, I suppose. I guess the further out I get, the further away the portal will take me. I just wanted to get out of spawn. I accidentally fall down there, but it's onto another bridge. I end up going through this hollowed out bit of like a mountain, which unfortunately I don't think led to anywhere. Again, there's just random builds and stuff, but I do eventually find a portal. I go through it, see wherever it takes me, into a snowy biome, a snowy desert. Very curious. Now I'm looking around, and I'm just trying to figure out where I am. I'm only over 1,000 blocks away from spawn. I find some chickens to get some, so I'm going to get some food. Or I haven't really been losing hunger yet. I figured I'd probably need them later. Like, look at these towers. Just bedrock mixing and cobblestone dirt. No wood still. Just desolate. I find what seems to be a hut here, the first kind of base, I suppose. If it was even meant to be that, it's pretty much unrecognizable. There's a mine of sorts, doesn't go very deep though. I keep going. There's a creeper. I see it clear of that. And I just want to go up this mountain. I don't know what's on the other side, but I'm going to cross it. That much I know. And another obsidian tower for some reason. That's just a common thing here. I mean, look here. Look at the stone blocks just placed in like some weird pattern there. I'm scaling up the side and I have no clue what the hell's going on. I get to the top. I know this seems like a normal field, no trees. There's a few random blocks like netherrack there. But this seems promising. I see a bridge over there, and I'm going to go check it out. So I just keep heading over. And I'm not even sure which way to go. I just know I need to get my quarters as far away from spawn as possible. But I'm actually heading towards it here, but I was curious. And it wasn't really anything of note. This might potentially be a bridge away from spawn. I don't know. There's many bridges in the air, built with cobble, dirt, obsidian, whatever. It's quite bizarre. I find some torches to break on this other bridge. See, it's very common. Thousands of blocks out, and you'll just see stuff like ender chests, nether portals, random towers. Just the strangest stuff. Not really any, like, griefing in particular. Just weird builds. It's turning night. And I keep heading through. Clearly it's still in the ocean, but there's various islands for me to traverse. But I'm still finding nothing. I've just found some loot from mobs, some torches, some dirt. I find a lava cast that's hollowed out for some reason. I love a good old lava cast. And I find floating fire very strange. I don't understand. I really don't. There's another bridge and another airport. I told you that they're everywhere. They really are. So I figure I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to keep moving forth. Weird. This might have been a mountain that was like blown up or something. Like a hillside. Who knows? I sure don't. And I find some more cobblestone builds. It's very strange. More towers. Netherrack, dirt, cobblestone, like I said. It's just becoming the norm. There wasn't too much new. But I kept wondering, the further away I'd get, I knew I'd hopefully find something good. I thought it would be a base, but it turned out to just be a little cave here. Well, a mine, not a cave. It didn't lead anywhere in particular. Look, just nothing, shaking the head. And yeah, I keep telling you, little spider over there. But nothing too crazy. And there's also vines I keep seeing. Just vines placed down all over the place. I don't know what's going on. Because I'm not far away from someone, but it's weird to see so many builds. It's coming from one person. And here's something fucking strange. A lot of water and a lot of lava here. And that other weird spiral tower. This was crazy to see. But I went to go through the water and a creeper blew me up off camera. So back to spawn I go. And some health bar for this Motor Sierra guy when I respawned. But I don't know what that was for. Maybe a wither. But yeah, I'm trying to use commands. I use the kill command because I'm just in like a cave area. I want a different spawn, a better spawn. And this is another just massive cobblestone. Nothing of, I just wanted to find a bridge. I knew that I'd be hopeful. Maybe try the nether bridges. Either way, those are my best bet instead of trying to trek through all this, just ruins. Now this, I can tell, was either blown up by TNT, maybe a bunch of withers. Who knows? More ender chests. So I'm just trying to parkour around, hopefully find a bridge. But it seems like I'm near the bottom of the world. So I gave up on that. I respawn and I'm suffocating. What a great spawn point. It's very weird. And my next spawn, just on a bunch of bedrock. Okay. Sure, I guess. I know, I thought I got stuck in a few of these jumps. I thought I was stuck in the bedrock. So you can tell it's just blown up to the lowest point. Very weird. You gotta try and avoid the lava, and I fucked that up. And it's respawning once again. This is where I got real tricky, because all these spawns weren't near a bridge. And that's what I meant by how it was a struggle. So I spawn in, just in the water here. Things are starting to load in. I find another player on a few sightings. They had nothing either. So I come over because I'm like, oh, it's a new player. They must be friendly. And they disappear. Goodbye. I find some end portal frames and some random bedrock. Very strange. But I end up finding what might have been a base, a stone brick build. Who knows? A bunch of ender chests still. Haven't found a single normal chest. It's weird. And I find another player here. I do the teabag, the friendly teabag. I had a sword, I do the block thing, although I think they removed that, didn't they? And things seem good. Things seem good. Until they punch me down. And, yeah, I try to get up here. And it's just not working. So I go down. And I'm hitting bedrock again. There's a portal over there. I know I just need to get away. I can't even see anything. I'm trapped here between bedrock and stuff. I'm just trying to fucking run. I don't know if the guy was following me, but I was not just fighting. Especially if they have mods. I just don't want to deal with that. So I get to the portal using my epic parkour skills. And it's back to the nether. Hopefully something useful again. Back to the weird portal room. And I find what I thought was a big stairway. And I go up it and I'm very curious. I'm trying to be careful to avoid falling off the edge. I get on top, find some bedrock, and I realise it's probably hard to tell with the lighting, but it's a pyramid. The stairway goes on the other side. It's an obsidian pyramid. And I thought that was really cool. And I end up finding a player coming over. Another new player, just a Steve. I assume they're new because they aren't carrying anything. I run away. I accidentally go into third person, like my rainbow skin. And this guy's just beating the fuck out of me. And it seemed like they were kind of locked on me. This might have been a guy with mods. Like, look at that. That's not normal behavior, those punches. And I fall off. And yeah, we're in the water. I see some, like, word art on the side there. A massive waterfall, which I hadn't seen before, which suggested to me that the spawn's pretty big. And, like, an obsidian ring of some sort. I don't know what that red block is. I don't know if that's a new block or what. I've not actually seen it before. I do find like an obsidian path. And I'm like, oh, we might be on track for another bridge. Let's see where it takes us. Because I was getting very fed up. This has been going on for at least half an hour now, being stuck in spawn. Even though I got away from it a bit pretty early on. But as you can see, there's a bit less going on. And look, a penis build and some end portal frames. Very epic. And look, I make it to land. I make it to the first sign of land past the spawn area. This is presumably where I was before, another snow biome in the 1000s. I just had to make it here. I got a trusty dirt block. And I kept going. Found a sheep. And I just found a random bit of wall off camera that I picked up. If I could make a bed, that'd be useful. Of course. Just anything to get my spawn away from spawn. So I killed sheep. Everyone's just a lamb. I find a bridge over this hill. So I go over it. What's going on? I see some weird base with cobblestone and redstone, which is weird because you need silk touch to get the ore block. Or maybe they just hacked it in. I don't know. I assume you can't just hack in items, but I don't see what's stopping people. But yeah, I found a witch as I'm crossing the bridge, so I just decided I'm just going to go around it. I'm not dealing with that witch. Hunger bar's lowering, but I have some mutton. And yeah, I cross it, find some stairs, like some castle walls, I guess. Possibly a build around here. Who knows? And I end up in a mesa biome, which is cool, although completely useless because these biomes don't naturally have trees to begin with, so I had no hope of finding any wood anytime soon. But I keep going along the path. Just get far and far away. So I'm back to a grassy biome. I find another hill. I bump into the dirt there. But yeah, it's just about getting past, and I eventually find this like boat highway, and this is just like the northern highway in 2B2T. So I go along it because that just makes sense. And I cross it and I find like a bunch of portals, but I don't want to risk it because the portal could take me to a different spot. I don't want to risk that. I swim through as the sun rises. And yes, I'm making progress now. I found this portal quite far out, and I felt it was time to go in the portal. And at this point, I had heard of a little command that I wanted to try. And it was the home command. You can basically set a spawn point and you can just teleport to them. They're called homes, you just set it in a spot. So as you can see, I struggle to do it. I try and set my home. I drew the names. This segment's going to last a while. I figured out what it was. Basically, you just set a name. I spelled water wrong. Fucking hell. But I just couldn't teleport because when I checked it was go to home and I googled. But actually, you just put /home in the chat. It shows you all the commands. And that's how it's just home. Yeah. And I tried teleporting to it, but I just couldn't. I don't know. I don't know why actually, but I did figure out off camera. So that's good. Just a very useful thing, and you probably don't need a bed because of having access to this command. Because you don't want players breaking your bed and shit, or you don't want people like making a bed trap to just keep you in place. You need these spawn points. So I'm just trying to delete the stuff. The chat's going crazy. I turned the chat off pretty quickly because it just coded a lot of the screen, and most of it was just in language I couldn't recognize. When I checked, I needed to put these tags in. I didn't. A real tragic effort here. Why was I recording this? So what I've done this video is I screen recorded all the bits I needed, and this just goes on and on. I'm deleting the homes now. This is how dedicated I was. I just did not want to go back to that fucking spawn point. I gave up and I was just like, oh, fuck it. I think it's time to go to the nether because teleporting to a home was not working. That's why it didn't work. Because I didn't have an R in water. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm glad I'm looking back on this. That's so stupid. Well, I went to the nether anyway. I just want to get out, and this is the right call. I think this led to fortune. This didn't look a good spot initially, but I found my way to like this obsidian pathway, and I found wood. Now this wasn't the get wood achievement because I needed a log, and this was only 2 blocks. I could make sticks with it, but I couldn't make a tool or anything to get more resources. So we're not going to count it, but just for finding a wooden plank, I was very happy. It had taken me hours. I finally located some fucking wood, and I gave up on my trusty dirt block that had been with me. And then I immediately fell back down. and I was fine. Even though that looked like a big fall, that really did scare me. But yeah, it's been a while. So I think I could jump, but like I just banged my head on the ceiling. I ended up having to take the dirt block back to cross over it. But yeah, I keep going through, and I killed some cows at some point, and I put the food in there and some leather, and I put the wood in the ender chest because there's so many that's safe. And if you don't know, ender chest basically you put it in there, and any ender chest you open will have those items, and it's personalized for everyone, so you can't lose those items. So I keep crossing through. Even ender chests are made up of the path. Like there's so many. I started to find portals again. I'm considering going from. I fall down another hole. These aren't the safest bridges, it must be said. I break this dirt block that I hadn't placed. It's not there were many other travelers, many other new players who would have came across this highway. But yeah, we're just going through the tunnel now. Just keep going, see where it takes us. I find this bridge. There's even bridges down below. There's just so many, and of course so many portals. It's prepared to bring them all up. I don't know why someone's just placing random netherrack on the floor. It kept hanging away, but my hearts were low. And I could have done with taking my raw steak out. I really could have. But I decided to take a portal. And it's just in a cave. This was not a good portal. Although I found loot. Now, I also find loot, and I won't spoil it, but the other loot I find is pretty important. I believe because if no one goes back to that area, then the loot only generates when someone goes there. So this could have been loot from days, hours ago, weeks maybe. I don't know how it works. I assume it wasn't a player was there literal minutes ago. I don't think it works that way. But I decided to take another portal. An iron ingot is a pretty cool find, but again, nothing useful. And I'm now over 8,000 blocks in. Still in the snow biome, and just look at that. Just barren. And there's still towers. I'm on a tower. So many blocks out. It's just not looking good. I go back, and I find another portal on the bridge. I just want to find a good spot. And I didn't climb down because I didn't see there's a safe way to go down. This is literally just right below. Like that tower on the side is where I'd spawned. But I only have one heart. So yeah, I need to get down safely. And that port was very convenient. Because I did want to end up here, but I literally couldn't without dying. So that was fortunate. And I slowly began walking, just admiring the mess people had made. Again, nothing looked like it was griefed in particular. It's just a wasteland. I see TNT over there, and I can still pick it up, but like, why? Why would I need it? So I left it, and I just kept going on. Just looking for a tree. Just wanted a wood log. Find another ender chest. I'm going to put my stuff in there, and also retrieve my food that I probably should have took out in the first place. But yeah, I was very fortunate. Again, I shout out to whoever putting ender chests everywhere. I don't know why people do that, but it's very helpful. So I end them all off camera, and I continue introducing potentially a swastika there, and a lava cast. Multiple lava casts, I think. Just a mess. But I find a boat just on this ice. And this is great. I've never even been in a chest boat from what I can remember. So I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm trying to check the chest. And when I figure it out, I realize it's empty. But I don't care. I'm more concerned about the boat and the loot. Because this will help me travel. And as you can see, just sailing away. Find what would have been a farm over there. But so nothing. Going through. Fire in the corner. I don't think I realised that when I was actually playing. But I see some fire there. I find a wolf. My first and only wolf, but I had no bones, unfortunately. Only arrows from skeletons. So I had to keep going past this cobblestone wall. I was really interested in starting any lines. I see a fox, and foxes are cool. So, more poles, more towers. 9,000 blocks away from spawn. Like, not a good sign. I find another boat, though, and I'll take a spare short fucking thing. So, I break this boat, which takes some effort, but I'd have it with both boats. Very much so. So I set sail again. More poles, of course. More towers, of course. Just nothing to note. Again, I'm just kind of looking for, in my mind, a base of some sort, which unlikely, because this is still considered pretty close to spawn, honestly, even though it's been a multiple hour-long travel and multiple attempts to get this far. And I find something curious, this sort of ring, and I figure it's worth checking. So I go to it, and I realize that it's supposed to spell out a name, but more important to me was it's made of wood. And I realize if there's enough wood, I could get the materials I need for like a pickaxe model, which is very important because then I can mine cobblestone, make stone tools and whatnot. Just help a great deal, even if I don't have an unlimited source at the time. So I'm trying to break it. The lag takes a while. I finally break it, and I realize it's slabs. They're all slabs, not actual blocks. So, to my knowledge, there's nothing I can do with them. So, very disappointed. I leave, and like a lightning everywhere. It was happening a lot. It was happening very nearby. I know that just wasn't if that was because the chunks weren't all loaded in, so it was all happening near me. But the weather was kind of crazy. So I boat over to snow biome. I take my boat slowly, and I go along this path here. And yeah, I start looking through here. I don't know why. I can't remember why I decided to just stop at this bit, but I guess because I saw wood there, maybe I'd find more. But again, just empty. Nothing here. Except nether portal. Of course there's a fucking nether portal. Why wouldn't there be? Another snowy desert. Just very strange. It's raining and snowing at the same time. It's just wild. I get to the end, and it's time to set sail once again. You know, I find a mountain, a witch as well. I'm going to swim around. I'm over 10,000 blocks in, hitting that milestone, and even though I got far, found no wood. Now I find what I assumed initially was like a classic first base in the Minecraft where you build it into a cave, but it was just a mine, and there was nothing down there except torches. I probably should have took the torches, come to think of it, but I never bothered. I was just so obsessed with trying to find wood. So just a crafting table. You'd think there'd at least be crafting tables lying about, you know? But no, I haven't. I come up here, and I see leaves. I get close and I realize, oh, it is just the leaves. There is no wood. They weren't harvested. You'd think the leaves would despawn, so I was curious if they'd just been recently harvested. I don't know the answer to that, because I don't know if it's just to do with the despawn, like if no one's in those chunks, then time just doesn't occur. But I find what was clearly a base, a poorly made one using dirt, but glass windows is clearly a hut. So I go check it out, and this is where it's pretty good. We find nothing in the base itself except torches. Some of the leaves were on fire, and the leaves would just not go out. I don't know what's over there. Even when I logged in this morning, they were still there, the flames. I turned to my own base, which probably not safe to tell because I have my coordinates on screen, but I assume I'd be fine. But yeah, clearly it was smashed, probably griefed, clearly. Maybe unfinished, I don't know. There was a sign that said nothing. But I check out this bit, there's nothing here either. But you do check everywhere. Just for anything, a chest maybe. It was very strange, but it was an interesting find. So I climbed the ladder to get out. And I starting to think at this point that I should just move on from this place. I really should. You know, I'm checking around. There doesn't seem to be anything else. Then I look over and I find loot. I find a guy's inventory, including wood. And I got the achievement getting wood. It took multiple hours, but I got it. Also, I'm pretty sure those little, like, bramble things can give you sticks. I'm going to try. But the zombie keeps following me. So I decided to just use my newfound weapon to kill it. And I'm very happy at this point to have found an axe, a pickaxe, a couple logs, and even some more just wood and just general items. I go into this sort of cabin bit and check, yeah. I believe this is where I set another home. I don't know why I left her in a bone with there, because you can't use redstone. But I have enough leather for leather armor. I have 2 iron ingots. Can make an iron sword, I thought. I can make a crafting table. I can make things now. And that was great. That was very great. A great find. Very weird though. Not what I expected. I set the home as got wood. And I continue my journey on. Just to find a spot to log off. I get my boat. And it's time to continue moving on. But satisfied, I was ready to wrap things up. I tried to take my coordinates off and I learned I can't. So, oh well. Just gotta hope no one catches me. I go on. I continue. I was actually going back the way I came, and I don't think I realised that. Okay, now I decided to get some fucking torches. Probably because I was going to go mining soon, and I realised, oh shit, I could have done the torches. I just want to find a spot. So let's not potentially go far away. Not too far just yet. I wasn't going to set up a base or anything, but just a spot where I could potentially mine, get some more resources, and then continue my journey with my boat. Things were looking up. They very much were. So I sailed out to find a spot to go. So yeah, that was the end of that recording. Now, I did eventually find a spot off camera that I decided to log off on. Well, funnily enough, actually, the game kind of lagged out. And sent us all back to the lobby, which I didn't know there was a lobby on this server. And when I went back in, there's a big queue because everyone was trying to get back in at once. So I decided that, yeah, I'd stop there. And I went on this morning. I'm checking my settings because I'm using touchscreen. It didn't I was using a controller, a Bluetooth controller. And on Pocket Edition, you can't just, there's not a touchscreen button to change your view. And I was in third person because I ended it in a boat. And I'm checking the settings, and I find a setting, but a creeper blows me up. And I use my stuff. And I could not for the life of me remember my coordinates. And so even though I have the link to that little base thing, next to an ender chest where I put my wood in, most of my items are somewhere. Maybe they haven't despawned, but I looked around and I couldn't even return to the island. I had no clue where I went, even though I thought I hadn't gone pretty far, but I had taken both boats with me as well. Just a complete idiot move. And while I do have wood to continue, I don't think I will. Just because I think it's more of a time waste at this point. Honestly, I think I've had my fill, played multiple hours, seeing what the hell's going on. I think I'm over it. The fact that I was pretty fucking upset that I lost my items to a creeper. If I got seriously into this, I made a base and everything, and it was griefed, because that's the thing you do, you find stuff, you loot it, because it's a fucking Anarchy server, I'd be pretty angry. So it's not really something I'll get into. I might check it out now and then. I have wood. I can do something if I go back to it. But yeah, that really brought me out. But in general, I didn't think I was going to do much more, because just playing it for one day, for like like 4 or 5 hours I think it took. It was very tiring, just traveling, and while it was very weird, we were just seeing the same spots. We were seeing the same stuff in the sense that just destroyed land, just towers, nether portals, ender chests. And I'm sure you'll find a bunch of cool stuff, of course. It's just so time consuming. It's just very boring, and I don't get attached to it. But I did enjoy this experience. I very much did. I'm happy I got wood. I feel like I achieved something there, even though I'm now probably not going to go on to use it for anything. Because I think I've had my fill of 2B2TPE. But guys, I won't make another video on it, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to check out. I hope you enjoyed this video, this style where I had a bunch of clips and I just gave my commentary over it. I don't know if you like that. I don't know. I feel it'd be worth doing it that way because there's a lot of boring bits to be cut, so I condensed it to like half an hour. So yeah, that's enough from me. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, whichever video that is. Bye.